That's so interesting because I dated someone a while back, and she had really like deep dark circles, and it was really bothering her. And so again, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I don't know, like, can you talk to a skin doctor? Like maybe there's something that they could do. And finally, it got so frustrating for her that she went and saw someone, and they did the procedure right on the spot. And she came back home. It looked like she got into a bar fight.
Oh
Like they
no.
had they had done like this carboxy treatment where they shoot like
Mm,
CO2 into your eye skin, and
right.
I can't remember because it was a little while ago, but I think they also pumped her full of hyaluronic
Hyaluronic.
acid in the
Hmm.
same area, and, and she was like, because she was worried. I was worried. I didn't know what the hell was happening. I guess they didn't explain to her that it was going to take a couple of days. I'm like, you can't go to your, like, she had taking a class at the time. Like, you can't go to that class tomorrow. It looked like I beat the hell out of you. Like
Yeah.
and we both had a bit of a laugh when we were both still like, I hope this goes away. And then mind you, like, probably 4 or 5 days later, all of it went down, and she looked great. And it was like, I
Yeah.
think it was more than a year later that she still saw the results, and all of that was gone because I was told that this putting that CO2 into your eyes basically, I'm gonna mess this up. So people who are listening, go look up carboxy therapy and
Carboxy.
and and and,
Yeah.
and, and what it does. Because I asked you a question about it on our pre-call, and you said you guys don't do it in the States,
It's
right?
not, no, it's not something I'm not familiar with it. I have seen it. Just thank you to social media for that. But I actually am not familiar with it. I'm not trained in it. But I don't know if there's a lot of studies behind it. I know that there's optometrists and eye doctors that have warned against it. But if she had a great experience with it, I don't want to discount anything that she had done that she liked. But I
Right.
don't know the risks about it. I just know that there's a little bit of, I guess, controversy with it. But I think what probably made the biggest difference with the girl that you were dating is probably the filler that she had underneath her eyes. Filler does a great job if you're the right candidate for filling in the hollowing.
Right. But does that eventually go away? The filler?
So fillers,
Because
that's
years later, she definitely didn't look as bad. Like, not bad. She didn't look bad, but I mean, like, just the dark circles. It
right.
it still looked way better than when she and I had met.
Fillers can last up to 10 years, is what we're seeing. So we were always told 10
Oh
years ago
wow!
when I first started injecting fillers, the companies that sell us the fillers and when we were trained on it, they said, oh, it only lasts a year. But due to MRI studies and ultrasounds being used on the face, they're finding fillers definitely still there 10 years later. And that could be good or bad. You know, if there's a
Right.
complication or if it's causing lots of swelling, then it needs to be taken out, and you can dissolve it with a dissolver and it can come right out. But that's only hyaluronic acid fillers. There are some fillers out there that can't be dissolved. So yes, so if you saw her years later and it looked great, that's probably due to the filler. I've had my own personal experience with filler underneath my eyes, and it lasted, I would say, 5 years. But it's different. It depends on how much is being injected, and it depends on your metabolism.
That is super interesting because I didn't think hyaluronic acid was a filler. Like I know it to be like a serum people put on, and like
Right. Yes.
people use pills to help the body generate more of it. But I had no idea that it was a filler that would stay under like a. The way you're describing it, it really sounds like a silicone implant that stays in your body.
Correct.
But unfortunately doesn't fortunately it does dissolve over time. It sounds like
Yeah.
where my experience with um, her getting this carboxy treatment was that um, and it seems like I was googling it. It seems like they use it in Korea, and they use it in these Asian countries that will do these treatments all the time. So
Right.
I've never seen any controversy around that from what I'm googling it, but I'm definitely gonna research it after this
Yeah.
call.
And that could be because it's not FDA